Thank you for calling Ruben Sindo Acosta. Absolutely everything is meaningless, but you may as well leave a message.
Where you been, bro?
Hey, Rubén, ¿cómo estás?
Oye, Brody, give me a call back. I heard what happened.
Hola, Rubén, ¿cómo estás? Oye, me han contado what happened, that you were kicked out of your sublet.
I'm in town. I'm trying to meet up with you. You've been kind of hard to reach, man. Just making sure you're okay.
Bueno, nada, me enteré que, no sé, que algo pasó con tu casa.
What a bad one, dude. Get me a Listen, the world's on fire, but you're good, you know? At least you got a place to stay.
¿Dónde estás? ¿Cómo estás? Cuéntame, ¿necesitas algo?
Coño, used to sleep on the floor in my kitchen for fun. Ahora hay que hacerlo because you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? But it's all good, you know, te quiero, be good, and para de comer tanta mierda. All right, call me later, bye.
Quería extender mi ayuda, no sé nada de vos, llámame. Y suerte, que estés bien.
Tú sabes, dame una llamada ahí, brother. Cuando tú quieras, vamos a tomar, fumar un poquito. Dale.
Tell me, okay? That's a big kiss. Bye.
Morning, Rube. Oye, get up. I got a big order.
Good morning, mi hermanita linda.
¿Quieres café? Oye, en serio, Rubén. That's where you wear to bed? Sí, abuela te ve. Ay. Oh my God, speaking of abuela. She was doing this video with Cindy the other day with a mask. Ahora con la cosa esta, cantando y bajó el mask. Le dice, no, abuela, tiene que subir el mask. No, yo estaba muerta de risa.
Hey, my homie's gonna borrow Machete. I'll bring it back next week.
Is your homie cute? Are they gonna kill somebody? Are you gonna be in town next week?
Yes.
fine, just as long as he stays 6 feet away and wears a mask and shit.
Yeah, plus I can open up the basement so he won't even have to walk through the apartment.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I love you. I'm fine with Ruben. Can we please just not have some fucking trauma exploration shit tonight?
What?
I get it. You dropped acid, did Molly, whatever. Feelings are easy, but can it just be, like, less?
Mm-hmm. Listen, I doubt he'll even hang. And fuck you. I think it's good to normalize deep emotional communication amongst friends.
Right, it's not just you two playing some kinky egolessness game.
Well, it can be both. But also no, and also he's gross. In a minute I'll be calling you, then you calling me. Straight to voicemail and it's back and forth, the odyssey. I keep track of all the hurtful things you say, and somehow I still expect a ring, and I'm mad. But I only say to you what you mean to me. If it's never gonna last, then it's made for me. 'Cause I'm painfully so impatient. See, I keep on falling for lies, so they say. I keep on falling for trust, so they say. I keep on falling for faith. I keep on falling for goodness sake. I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad. So sad.
I don't think my white guilt's gonna let me lend this to you without spotting off a bunch of Cuban history.
Yeah, you have to make sure I remember you're Cuban.
I mean, as if me watching a bunch of Cuban history made by Americans enriched my sense of culture.
I mean, it did.
So should I devalue that?
I don't think it's a good idea to be actively destructive while trying to learn and process.
I think if you have glaring problems within your source, it's up to you to find a better source.
And not just assume the malintent of Americans documenting Cuba.
You don't get cool points for shitting on your chosen source, bro.
Bueno, hook us up with some Cuban history, I said it.
In the late 19th century, Carlos Manuel de Céspedes freed his enslaved workers, who, on foot and armed with machetes, took on Spanish soldiers who were armed and on horseback. All this for Cuba's liberation from Spain.
How'd it end up for those enslaved workers, though?
Pero no hay racismo in Cuba, right?
Black, white, or mulatto, everybody's Cuban. But classes still exist. You know, those with a darker skin tone are oppressed, while all their culture is appropriated as Cuban. They'll happily take all the rad music, but the upper class always has been and stays blanquito.
Says the American citizen who's never been to Cuba.
Raised by traumatized parents.
No wonder they hang on to every bit of their patria. The flag is a security blanket.
So, me having a machete in my home is a way of processing my parents' childhood trauma.
Yeah, but to your parents,
Who migrated as children.
it's a piece to a puzzle they'll never truly finish. But to you?
To me, a machete symbolizes humble independence.
You think a lethal weapon is humble, Mr. Anti-Violence Kindness over here.
You ever feel so separate from your roots that claiming you're Cuban feels like cultural cosplay?
Cultural cosplay.
Ruben, you're here. That's important.
Wow! You've had this all of quarantine.
All quarantine. Baking bread, breaking bread.
I wish I was working. I wish I had structure, but we are surviving.
You know, jobless, sleeping in a restaurant, being told when to wake up by my older sister. Did you guys listen to that playlist I sent you of Guantanamera?
Oh, yes, we did. I did. Like last.
We did. John didn't.
Yeah, I did.
John didn't. It's all about that first verse that I was talking about. It's all about that first verse.
Yeah, you're right.
Yo soy un hombre sincero de donde crece la palma. y antes de morir me quiero echar mis versos del alma. But like Guantanamera, the fucking song of the people. And nah, Guantanamera is not the Cuban national anthem. It should be.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
That'd be sick. Can you imagine? Like the flag comes up and it's like. Yeah, the whole reason I came over, Machete.
You know, I kind of feel bad borrowing it if it's like a family heirloom or something.
Nah, I have Machete for the same reason that I talk with my hands. I'm Cuban, you know?
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, sorry.
You know, I saw this Cuban movie. La you know it.
Oh, yeah, La Historia de la Libertad de Cuba, the documentary thing.
Yeah, you know. It was pretty boring, but it had a lot of good stuff in it. It had a lot of white people.
I mean, the most interesting people in that documentary are the Cubans, and they're the least represented. I don't really trust all these documentaries made by fucking gringos anyway.
Yeah, says the American citizen who's never been to Cuba.
I often wonder, what does it even mean to be Cuban American? You know what I mean? Like, what does that look like in 5 generations? Can I ever light it?
Yeah. You know, I kind of wonder, will it be absorbed into being American like the Italians or the Irish?
How? Why?
Well, because they're white presenting.
Not all Cubans are white presenting.
Sure, but the majority of them with the means to immigrate to the States were the white upper class.
Especially in the 60s.
It kind of makes that whole there is no racism in Cuba thing completely irrelevant. Here, they may be Cuban, but
They are black.
we're actually going to the protest at Grand Army Plaza. We're biking over at 5. You want to come?
Nah, I'm going up to McCarran for the vigil, and then I'm gonna march up Union.
Wait, you're gonna go to the white people pity party in the neighborhood you don't live in anymore.
First off, I lived in that neighborhood for over 10 years.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
That doesn't stop it from being my literal community. Surrounded by Puerto Rican and Dominican families, playing bachata, merengue, reggaeton, salsa. It's home. I love it.
Okay, where's the Cuban music?
Ruben plays the Cuban music.
Listen, you can't explain away your gentrification guilt by reminding us you're Hispanic.
I can't, but I love and respect my neighbors. They had the drive to pull out of their roots and start anew. I kind of did the same thing.
No, you did not do the same thing.
You're right. Yeah, I played this whole combo in my head before I got here.
Surprising no one.
How did it go?
It was like this, but full of little Wikipedia facts to make me feel smart.
But were we like kicking it like this? Like.
Nah. It was like mad thespian. I was actually in full monologue mode by the time I got to your spot.
Well, don't let us stop you. Finish that shit.
Como lo veo yo, ser cubano viene del alma. La misma alma de José Martí. Pero esa alma, como Cuba, he cambiado. Cuba, la tierra robada de los Siboney, Taínos y Guanajatabe por los españoles. Liberados de España, después el hermanito menor de los Estados Unidos. Castigado por rebelde y dividido tanto sobre eso que pensamos que hay 2 cubanos. Cubanos y cubanos en Miami. Pero mi cultura no solo es nostalgia y puntos de referencia. To me, what it means to be Cuban is to lend a neighborly hand with good humor. It's dancing when the time is right. It's playing congas along to records at my grandmother's 80th birthday while my younger cousins dance between their parents. It's my grandfather whooping everyone's ass at domino. It's valuing sincerity and virtue. The further I abstract my personal definitions, the more they define what it means for me to be human. The word Cuban could be supplemented with Turkish, and I imagine many of the same ideals will apply. To me, Cuba, the physical island, is like a rose bush. My whole life, visiting its beauty meant glorifying the thorns that carved my ancestors on their way out. I was born in Hialeah, Florida. If if I had been born on an Ethiopian Airways flight, I would be no more or less Cuban. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crece la palma, y antes de morir me quiero echar mis versos del alma. I can feel those words resonate in my chest. They are beyond nationalism. Those words were not written for a system of government or for a collection of shapes and colors on a flag. ¿Qué significa ser cubano-americano? ¿Son las palmas o el alma?
Why do you need a machete?
I'm making a movie.
What?